Hey, feel I'm in the mood for a switch up. I hit the function, hit the
What's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop Chess, and y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. If y'all looking at my content for the first time, and you're the one that want to get better in chess, whether it's opening, middle game, or end game, or maybe on my channel because you want to be entertained with the live bullet and blitz games that I play online, or maybe you want to find out not only how to be successful on the chessboard, but also successful in life. If this is you, make sure you hit that notification bell on, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And guys, if you have any questions and any content that you want me to share, make sure you drop that comment below and I will give you the content that you requested. Without further ado, let's actually get right to this video. Alright guys, peace! What's going on, chess lover? This is Maurice Bishop Chess, and y'all know my slogan, life is a game of chess. Alright guys, we're actually going to discuss a game analysis with Mike Williams. This is Mike Williams games. Shout out to Mike Williams for sharing his chess notations with me so we can analyze it. Greatly appreciate it, brother. So guys, so in this position, we're gonna talk about how if somebody's playing an Elshad system, they hit you with the E4, D4, Knight F3, and Bishop C4 type of lines. We're just gonna see how we can actually overcome that. So without further ado, let's actually get started. But we're actually gonna look at the game first, see what happens. So Mike is black and his opponent is white. D4, C6, Knight F3, Knight B to D7, Bishop C4, H6. Castle G5, E5. All right. So now I see what he's talking about. So I had this position a few times or whatever. The first time I did D captures E5, which is pretty much what Mike did. But I didn't like the position that I was in last time. So I don't do D captures E5 no more. But we're gonna get to what I actually do. But he takes Knight catches E5, Knight catches E5, he takes Queen A5. All right, so I get the idea what he's trying to do. Queen A5, you know, attack the pawn, things like that. But this is not good when his bishop is on C4. And we're still in the center of the board, so he actually used that to his advantage. To be honest with you, the best move probably would have been queen captures D1. You wouldn't have to worry about the queen coming in, and without that queen, this bishop is not going to really do too much. So if rook catches D1, we got bishop G7. We're hitting the pawn on E5. He may try to protect the pawn. Then we go bishop F5. We're hitting this pawn. So he just lost 2 tempos, and now we go E6. So in this position, it's not bad because even after, let's say, knight C3, we have knight E7, and then it's bishop F4 or bishop at E3. We do have number one, we can take this pawn if we want. If he does go bishop D2, still defending this pawn, we can go knight G6, hitting this pawn. And then black is rather good in this position. I actually like this for black. And the fact that this bishop is kind of stuck on B3 because he got to support this pawn on C2. So yeah, and obviously if he tries to drive this bishop, this actually make it a little bit worse for him because now we hit him with G4. So now we can really open up the white king with the G file by moving our rook to G8. And then also we have rook D8 activity as well. So yeah, so it may seem like if you exchange queens, it might be a slow game, but this game could be rather over quickly before you even know it, because this is about to fall. This king side is about to be damaged, and black is actually looking good. So don't ever be afraid of exchanging the queens and everything. So I hope this actually helps Mike and everybody else. So queen A5 is played. His opponent plays E6. Okay. Okay, he goes rook 8. Mike goes rook 8-7. Okay, so I'll show y'all what happens if he takes. If he takes, it don't matter if he takes or if he goes F6. What happened is queen H5 check, king D8, rook D1 check, king C7, and bishop F4 is nasty. Bishop at 4 check. Obviously, the pawn can't take because of queen captures a5. He'll drop the queen. So he'll have to come here and then queen d1 or queen e8. So you can go a6, but yeah, I don't think it's really nothing you could do because after bishop e3 check, if he comes here, we'll still get him in check. If he comes here, we'll take the queen off. So yeah, so regardless if he takes or not, yeah, it's really nothing he can really do with that. So Mike goes rook h7. He takes rook captures f7. To be honest with you, man, you probably you gotta take. So take queen h5, king g7. Yeah, so he's already getting a tempo off the queen, and bishop c3 is already coming. Queen f5, rook e1. This was actually a good move too. Rook e1 was a good move. Knight f6, bishop c3, queen captures c2. Nah, queen captures c2 was bad. Probably bishop e6 probably would have been a better move because at least after knight b to d2, you got bishop f7. But by this time, white can still try to exchange queens. Even if you do try to take now on knight e4. Knight e4, bishop d5. Yeah, because you don't want to. Yeah, because even if you go, oh, you can't take number one. That's the thing, you can't even take. But even if bishop d5 and you try to pin, bishop catches c3, he takes, queen catches f6 check, king g8, queen g6 check. And obviously this will be a blunder because after knight f6 check, if he comes, regardless if he comes h8 or f8, he automatically loses his queen. So even after h8, h8, yeah, rook c1. I mean, you could do this all you want, but yeah. So even after this, maybe black could get a draw if, I mean, white will win if he played this perfectly. I think this is one for white. But my thing is, if for some reason, if bishop g7, um, rook d1, if he goes c5, yeah, I mean, I think this is all. I think this is all one for. I think this is one for white. After that, yeah. Sorry. So let's go. Let's go back. So let's see what happens. So e4, d6, d4, c6, knight f3, knight b, d7, h6, castle, g5, e5. All right, guy. So what I play, I don't play d captures e5. I don't play that at all. I play d5. I play this automatically. I play d5. Now understand, guys. When you play the Elshad system, we gotta go bishop g7. We gotta go knight f8. Maybe move the queen to e5 or whatever, things like that. That's how we play. If you read the Elshad system book, there are plenty of cases where they go d5. There are plenty of cases where they go c5. You know, there are plenty of cases where they don't go queen a5 at all. There are some cases where they go queen b6. You know, so it depends on the position though. But just don't do the position or just don't make a move because it is a book move or because this is the style of play. When you make a move, you want it to make sense. Not just make sense on the board, you want it to make sense for yourself. And you want to know the reason why you're doing this move. So my reason is why so the reason is why do I go d5? I go d5 because number one, I don't like the bishop getting close to the f7 pawn. I don't like the fact that, he gets some type of advantage, or like he started piling his pawns up on me. I don't like it. Also, I come to d5 because a lot of times I give him an option to make a choice whether he's going to put his piece to an active square or inactive square, and a lot of times I get a lot of people that go. A lot of some strong players will play bishop d3, but I had a lot of strong players play bishop b3, and I'm happy with that because this bishop would be inactive. It would be out of play, and then I could play e6, knight c3, knight e7. You know, and after bishop b3, I could go knight g6. So now I'm still playing the Elshad system movement because I still have knight g6. I'm threatening like maybe g4 activity. You know, and then if they go h3, I could go bishop e7. You know, I'm still guarding this square, and then I'm guarding this square as well. So even though we're not on bishop g7, but you got to play logically, and you got to let the moves make sense, you know? So think logically. G4, not G4. I wouldn't do G4 yet. But this is exactly what we want, guys. We want G4. So after that, we can go rook G8. We in front. The rook is in front of the king, you know, and eventually once we get this knight out the way, we're gonna bring this knight back in. We're gonna do the exact same thing, you know. So this is what I like, you know. This is stuff that I will play, you know, and then if need be, guys, we can go f6. We can go f6 all day, you know, and do that. So it just depends on like your taste. Um, it used to be a time where I used to go g4. The only reason why I don't do G4 anymore is because I do not like the move. I don't like the move E6. That's just me, guy. I don't like the move E6, and the reason why I don't like it because I had a time. I mean, I still won a game, but I won on time. But I should have lost. I should have lost this game. But I had a person play E6. I take, and he goes knight H4. I develop with knight f6, and my opponent goes knight g6. Attacking my rook, I go rook g8. He goes knight f4, and now he's hitting on knight e6, which is what I don't like. Um, yes, I went knight b6. I didn't like d5 because of knight captures e6 because he's hitting my queen. Um, I could come here and everything, and then bishop b3. But with this knight on e6, I don't really like. This knight on e6, I don't like. I don't like it sitting there. It gets too complicated, man. I don't like it. But knight b6, um, knight captures e6, queen d7, which is still not a bad game. It still wouldn't be a bad game for black at all in this position. But I just feel like white is doing too much, and I didn't like it. So that's why I don't play G4. I don't play none of that, guys. So in this position, guys, I go D5 automatically. I like D5. I think it's more safer, and the thing is, like, I can get a lot more activity going. So I usually go D5. Bishop D3, E6, C4, and this is what like strong players would play. They'll play like maybe C4 because they want to get the C file open, which is the whole purpose of them playing the way that they're playing. Because number one, they know that a bishop B3 will be an inactive square for the light square bishop, so they wouldn't get themselves in a fight, which is actually how I won, which is how I beat my opponent because of that. Um, but by him going to C4, you know, he's trying to get the C file open and things like that. Because I know that I did, because I know what he's trying to do, I automatically would take. Because after bishop catches C4, I have knight B6. And if they go bishop B3, then I can still go knight E7. If knight C3, which I think this would be what they're developing, which is logical move. Um, but I'll go knight G6. And again, I'm still getting my Elshad system on with knight G6. Later on, I'll be threatening G4 and H5, and then I have my rook on G8. You know, and bishop B3, knight D5. You know, knight E4, bishop E7, H4. Most people will try to do this on H4, try to break it up and everything. To me, I think it's too risky. I think black will be okay. Will actually be more than okay in this position. Um, yeah, I don't see why he wouldn't be good in this position. So I have players do that, and it was just over pretty quick. But even if they decide to go like H3 or some reason because they don't want you to push G4, which is still fine in a sense because you can still go Rook G8, and then you could threat your Knight F4. Um, yeah, you could go Knight F4. Like for instance, I want to show y'all. If it goes A3, you could go Knight F4. Obviously, you can't go here because of Knight captures H3 check. I mean, you could come here, but then you got Knight F4. If he takes, Knight captures. Um, Even if he goes back to Bishop D2, uh, I know this is kind of like it seems like kind of risky and everything, but I probably would shoot for F5. This is me, guys. I would shoot for F5. The reason being is if he takes, you do have Bishop captures F6, and well, maybe not that, maybe not that, maybe not that, guys. Let's see something for a minute. Maybe we wouldn't have to do that. Actually, we wouldn't even have to do that. I would still do this though. Knight captures. If he comes here, maybe G4. Right, I would do G4, and then we're pretty much good. Like we're pretty much good in that position. I mean, I'm liking it for black still. So but you see how the tables turn when we go D5. It turns into our favor. Which is what I like. So we're still getting that Elshad system feel. The only difference is we have a knight on D5. Our bishop is on E7 instead of G7, in which on the bishop E7 it's a little bit active. Um, the only issue that the Elshad system will have is because this light square bishop is not active, it's inactive, and eventually we will have to go probably B6, maybe to shoot the bishop A6 to this diagonal. Or maybe somewhere along the way we will have to break open a center in order to get this bishop hitting on H3, because eventually that's what we will want to do. So yeah, guys, I hope this helped. Mike, I hope this helps you out too, with the whole D5. As you can see, this position is way different from the position you was in. So yeah, if you play it, if they play this on you, definitely on D5 move. I would automatically do D5 move. You got to make moves that make sense. It may not be like an Elshad system, but technically it is kind of like an Elshad because you're maneuvering like an Elshad system. And it's kind of like the Black Lion too, because the Black Lion, you kind of got that maneuver feel, that Knight G6 and Knight F4 and pawn to G4. So you still get that feel too. Um, However, guys, if you ask me, what opening I like to play the best, is it the Elshad system or the Black Lion? Um, to be honest, guys, uh, it's very hard to say. So, like, if I'm playing, I don't know, because with the Black Lion, I beat a lot of title players with Black Lion, and the Elshad system, I beat a lot of title players with Elshad system too, as y'all can see in my live Bullet and Blitz games and stuff. But I guess it's kind of hard to say, guys. It's really hard to say. I kind of like the Elshad system only because the fact that a lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people don't know about it. They don't know how to maneuver with it. You know what I mean? They don't know how to handle that type of opening. So would I play in tournament? Hell yeah, I'll play in tournament. I would definitely play that in tournament. I can't wait to play it in tournament one day, for real, for real. Once this whole COVID-19 stops and everything. But yeah, Black Lion, Elshad system, those are the type of stuff that I will play in tournaments or whatever. That's what I would do. That's just me. But guys, I hope y'all got a lot out of this lesson right here, this video. I hope y'all really enjoyed it. I hope y'all learning a lot from it. Um, like I said, man, y'all have any other questions, any games that y'all want me to do a video on and do analysis so I can really like show y'all what to do. Definitely send a comment below, send me an email, y'all can look at my description box. I have all my information, guys, so y'all can all reach me, man. Y'all already know. So But yeah, also guys, if y'all watching this video for the first time, make sure you turn your notification bell on. And also guys, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Alright guys, peace.